Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cheekless here with another Crime Ring devlog. This is Crime Ring devlog number 8, I believe. So, I know it's been a while since we've made a video or really updated the site at all, but that's because we've been pretty busy trying to hammer out some more of the updates, try to get this going, as well as update the server to 1.1. That includes all our custom plugins and everything like that. So, that's taking us a bit. But we're happy to say we are updated up to 1.11, so we're good to go on the new updates. And we also have an announcement to make about the server, which I'm sure many people are going to be happy to hear. So, a couple things I wanted to cover would be, let's see, the banking system, a bit about the crafting system, a little bit about how this is going to be different than regular Minecraft, and I'll show you a bit more about the menus that we have on the phone. So let's start off with the banking system. So as you see here, we're in a bank, and if you play the old Crime Ring, banks would be the safe zones. This would be where you could store your money safely, where you won't get robbed, but it comes at a cost. It's a 20% cost, I believe, for depositing, so you're going to lose 20% of whatever you deposit. First off, before I continue with that, if you look now on the right, if you've been watching the videos, this is brand new. This is going to be the new GUI using the scoreboards. So as you can see, we have the direction faced, which changes as you move, as well as the coordinates. So that's pretty useful. It's going to be useful for raids and finding places, etc., etc. We also have our bank balance and our player balance, as well as our class. So our player balance is actually reflects the amount of cash you have on you. So as you can see, I have no cash. So let me grab some cash here. So I got 20 $50 bills here. So that's going to equal 1,000. And that's updated, you see? Drop it out. 0. Pick it up. 1,000. Alright. So we have that. We have ATMs, which could be found around the city, which also going to show you your balance, as well as give you the ability to withdraw. So I could type in, let's see, 3,000? Now let's do a weird number. 3,020, no, 51. Yeah. There you go. So as you can see, it gives you the right amount of bills, in the best way possible. So it gave me 1 coin, which is worth $1, 11 bills, and a stack of bills, which is 2,500. So as you can see, it shows right here my player balance. So good to go. Now, if I want to deposit it, I got to go to one of the banks, which is at this moment, there's 2 banks. This is the inside of the city branch and then the main branch. So I can deposit this right here, deposit. So how much do I want to deposit? Looking on the side, let's say I want to deposit all of it. So I go 4,051. And there we go. Take a bit for the bank balance to update, and then boom. As you can see, I deposited 4,000, so it should have gone up more, but I lost about, I don't know, a couple hundred. I don't really want to do math right now, to be honest, but I did lose some money depositing, so you can see that I did get some taken out in cash. So that's pretty straightforward how the banking system's going to work. We think it's pretty cool, you know, unless, I mean, there's going to be people who like to hoard money or get real good raid loot, and the only way to save that loot is for them to get to a bank. So that should be interesting, cause a good PvP dynamic in the streets where it isn't safe. Next, let me cover a bit of how it's going to be different. So we've pretty much eliminated most of the default, what do you call that, recipes for Minecraft. So we wanted to move away from the basic, oh, let me create diamond armor, mine some diamond armor, do this, do that, etc., etc. You're not going to be able to do any of that. Armor, for the most part, is going to be straight up either purchasable or lootable. So you're not going to be able to craft your armor. You will eventually most likely be able to get upgrades onto it. We'll be adding stuff like that. We're going to see how that works out. We really want to get the game going before we start adding more details and features like that. But as of right now, that is the idea we have. You can create weapons, as in your guns. Some of the recipes are the same, such as swords, which are they're going to work a little differently. And mining. So as you see here, I have redstone, diamond, lapis, and emerald. So we've kind of changed up how it works, change how much loot you get when you mine them. So when you get diamonds, you get these diamonds. If you watched our last video, I think it's the last video, or it might have been the one before it. Whichever one I showed the raid about, you can see that you can. These are our actual loot items now. So mine this lapis. We get this new one called sapphire. Emeralds are the new emeralds, and redstone. Oh, glitch out a little. There you go. You see, you get a good amount of money for this, and we're going to be giving XP. Alright, I'll cover that in a bit later. So you can see it's different. It's not going to be the same old Minecraft. We've given some regular items like coal and stuff more purpose other than just sticking them inside a furnace. I'm actually going to need this. So let me show a bit about the crafting recipes. If you remember from the old, if you've been around for the old crime ring, we have the metal scraps coming back. And these are real useful for crafting and etc. etc. We also have a different metal. We have two different metals. It's steel and titanium. I'm not going to show off titanium, but steel I'm going to show how you can make it and just give you a general sense of how it works. So for now, let me show this. When you mine, you'll be able to get this raw material. Obviously, you smelt it to get the ingots or whatever you're going to do. But we also have these perks. So when you mine, if you have things like basic metalworking, you'll be able to get XP for actually mining the ores, as well as actually turning them into better things. So you can see here, you can work with scrap metal, smelt powders into ingots, and pulverizing, which gives you the ability to create powders out of ores. So let me show that off. For most recipes, you're going to actually have to use the crafting table. There's a good reason for that, as you have to actually crush some of this ore. So it makes sense not to be able to do it on the go. As you can see, I'm getting XP. And I actually have the higher perks. So I get 3 powders instead of 2. Alright. So with that, I have 6 iron powder. Now this iron powder can be smelted. Each powder equals 1 ingot. So obviously, ore plus pulverizing equals more ingots, which is going to come into play when you're trying to create a lot of these weapons. We also have this custom fuel, like gas, which is going to be used for a lot of things, cars, chem stations. And this actually fuels, I think, like 5 minutes more than lava buckets, and you'll be able to buy it like at gas stations. So it's pretty handy. You also get XP for smelting. And I think you only can smelt if you have the actual, what is it, Tinker training, which is the first general skill. Yeah, you actually have to have this skill. So that's way we really want to like have people focus on, I guess, make it like variety of type of players. So there's people who are going to be crafting, those who are going to be focused on just their classes, which is, you know, thief, hitman, etc., etc. Right, just ate this mushroom. All right. So I showed that off. Oh, let me show a bit about crafting. So let's make a sniper. Yeah, let me make a sniper. So I'm going to need this. All right. So for a sniper and pretty much all weapons, you're going to need barrels. And all of these recipes, it might seem a little confusing, admittedly. But these recipes can be found in your phone by looking on the Google. I'm going to need more. So with this new recipe, you can make long barrels. And also, if you take one out, you get short barrels. So obviously, depending on what you're trying to make, you'll be looking it up to see what recipe you want to use. I also need a gun grip. I always forget which way it goes. Yeah, like that. Well, I'm still in the process of actually updating the resource pack, so you don't really see the resource here, the actual model, but that'll be fixed by the time we release. So we got this. Okay, so we're going to put the gun grip, a couple barrels, some ingots, and metal scraps. And there we go. We have an L96. Obviously, you get XP for creating the gun, and that can only be created if you have the corresponding specialty. So obviously, large arm specialty gives you tier 1 large arms, and then you go down the line, and yada yada yada. So, I don't actually have the items on me. You're going to be able to, I don't have them on me, but you can actually add on. Let me just get them. They're in creative. You can actually craft attachments onto your guns, certain guns. So with the L96, you actually can add a scope and a grip. Oops. Alright. So I have a plain L96 right here. Add my scope. Equipped with scope. And you see the street worth goes up. Add the scope, the grip. Take off the grip, only have the grip. See? So we have a pretty customizable weapon system so far. So we can do this, grab this out, and now we got this nice L96 weapon with attachments, which gives you better zoom, as well as a better recoil and handling. We also have, which we hinted at and kind of showed off earlier on, is different customizable skins for weapons. So I have, take this off, default AK skin, like a regular brown. Stick this in there, and let's say I want purple skin, red skin, burn metal skin. Boom. So I apply the skin, and there we go. So this is hopefully gonna add another level of customizability. Excuse me, to the game, get people to really show off their weapons, and that's actually going to apply to swords as well. You'll be able to get weird little skins. One that I'm actually working on right now is a giant spoon. So that means you'll be able to add, like, let's say the spoon skin to this sword. It'll still give you the damage of the sword, but it will be a spoon. And they'll be able to apply this to all the different swords. The wood sword, iron sword, the steel sword. And actually, another thing that I didn't mention in the beginning is melee combat. So I know a big complaint about the latest versions of Minecraft is that, you know, the melee, it sucks, blah, 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 because of the whole cooldown thing. That's not a problem for us anymore, since we actually don't have a cooldown and you don't lose damage when you spam it. So we'll be able to actually fight like we used to. We do still see the little cooldown thing on the screen, but that's default Minecraft, and we haven't been able to get rid of that. As you can see, you can go and spam to your heart's delight. Get some real PvP going. And yeah, so I think that pretty much covers what I wanted to show for now. Oh, okay. Little quick thing about the stats. We actually have where you could view different stats that you've done. So you see that I just have a total amount of people killed, which is 53. And there's different people you could kill, like citizens, hobos, priests, strippers, different kind of cops. And this actual menu isn't done. I'm still working on this too, which is going to have cops, the animals you can kill, things like that. We also have labor stats such as crafting, mining, as you see it there, crime, which would be your actual job skills, as you know, hitman, jobs committed, and things like that. Player stats would be your kills, deaths, etc. And this is actually pretty cool. The leaderboards, where you look through it, and it actually shows you the top people on the server, which would be for level, your XP, kills, deaths, and kill streaks. So for now, this is what we have, but we do plan on expanding this in the future, having a lot more different kind of things. And we plan on having an achievement system for how many, I don't know, priests you've killed, maybe, or something like that. Probably ways to earn tokens to spend on the site, and other cool little features like that. Now onto the announcement I was trying to make. So we've actually decided when we want to release a pre-alpha. So this is going to be closed while we work out the kinks and get some player feedback onto how everything is and how they feel it is. We've decided to open up the server starting, let's see, what is that, 4 weeks from now, which is going to be February 17th. All right, so that's 217 right there. That is our planned. Well, that's going to be for sure our pre-alpha, a close pre-alpha launch. So we've actually opened up applications on the site for you guys to apply. I'm also gonna write all this down because I know some people are gonna want to rather read than watch a video. I'm gonna have this on the post on the site. We're also gonna have the link to the application on the video on the site, and I'll probably put it in the shout box and on my engine status or whatever. Are they called statuses? I don't know what they're called statuses. Well, either way. Um, so we hope to see some applications. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of applications for people who want to play. And yeah, I mean that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope to hear from you soon. Any comments, suggestions, complaints, let us know either on the YouTube channel or on the site. Thanks for watching, guys.